What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. So we've got quite an interesting story with this unboxing here, so I advise that you buckle up. So originally I was supposed to have 4 models in this unboxing. 2 models are coming in from Panda Fox Toys, they're still on the way as I record this part of the video, and then 2 models from Waffle Collectibles. And I have one of those models here, as from Waffle Collectibles, I placed 2 separate orders. At the start of this week, I placed an order for a retro FSD model, the Ozark DC930 with the older 3 Swallows livery. A big model for the retro FSD project indeed, and I was hoping to do another retro FSD update, but the order was never shipped out, and then when I checked it on Friday morning, it said that the order had failed. So whether or not that he had the model in stock, and that was not the case based on the inventory system that he uses, I don't know. I reached out to him, and as I record this, I still have not heard back, so hopefully there will be a resolution to that, and I'll report on that hopefully later in the video, or maybe in a separate video whenever I get that response from Waffle. So quite unfortunate, needless to say, because that was a model I've been looking forward to, and you know, it's just disappointing. But I'm gonna not point fingers right now because I want to at least get the response from Waffle before I start doing that. But on a more lighter note, we do have another model to unbox, the first of 3 in this particular video. So this is an NG, my first time buying a new NG in a while, outside of the Christmas ones that I got, the JetBlue A321 and the American 777, and also the Southwest 737 MAX 8 EMUA 1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the NG Models 1:400 scale, Delta Airlines Boeing 737-800 with the split-tip winglets. So looking forward to adding this to my collection, and it will currently complement my Gemini Delta 738, but those are going to be phased out as all of the Delta 738s will be fitted with the scimitar winglets. So once that happens, I'm going to sell my Gemini, and I'm going to keep the NG. Maybe get a second one if they do a different tail number, I don't know, but I don't think I'm going to need too many of them. I only just need 1 of each. So with that, let's head into the studio and we'll unbox this. And here we go for the unboxing of the NG Models 1:400 scale Delta Airlines Boeing 737-800 with the split scimitar winglets. So as always, NG has got some very creative box art on their boxes, and for the Delta models that I've seen, especially with the 319 and 320, they've gone with this kind of pattern here, this triangular diamond pattern, whatever it is. I think it's supposed to mimic what they have on their credit cards. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what I remember hearing somewhere. So if somebody wants to clarify on that, please let me know. But we do have a nice sort of greenish color here all across the box. Boeing 737-800 up here with the Delta widget up there. Image of the plane, the Delta logo, and the registration, which is the sister ship to the one that I have from Gemini, 374 Delta Alpha on the NG, and 375 on the Gemini one that I have. NG logo, 1:400 scale collectible models, die-cast metal, and your Boeing license disclaimer. Bottom side of the box, we've got 737-800 NG logo, image of the plane, registration, and a barcode with the item number 58218. Right side, we have 737-800 Delta logo, NG logo, 1:400 scale, collectible models, die-cast metal, and then the top and left sides will be the same. Of course, you do have the little Waffle database number sticker that he always puts on his boxes. And then here's the back side, which has all your legal disclaimer stuff, not suitable for those under 14, your usual stuff, but I've seen much younger people collect these planes before. So without further ado, let's open this up. My first new NG in a very, very long time, as I said, outside of the Christmas ones, of course. And we do have another collector card in here, a nice blue one this time. This is dated from August of 2023, so there is the front of it if you want to pause to read it, but text should be the same as the previous NG collector cards that have been made. Take this out. We should be good here on the QC. NG's been kind of hit or miss at times, but I think they've gotten a little better here. And mine is perfect. Looking really nice. How about that? And here she is, the Delta 737-800 with splits by NG. Starting off at the front, we've got the nose cone and the cockpit windows, little pitot tubes over there, and a little fleet number on the nose gear doors. I think it says 3704. Got a SkyTeam logo up there and the L1 door, little stickers next to that, and the Delta titles just above the passenger windows. One antenna and a Wi-Fi dome up here on the top, American flag with a registration of November 374 Delta Alpha, and then we got the Delta tail with the fleet code up on the top of the tail, all the good stuff up over there. On the other side, it's going to be basically the same, so there it is there. And you also get a good view of just how good the NG 737-800 mold is. And yeah, the JC one is obviously way inferior to that, but I'm not going to sit here and compare that because that's not the point of this video. We'll flip it underneath now, and you can see the beautiful Delta belly underneath. No NG logo, which is a plus that I like about NG. They don't slap the brand logo on the underbelly of the plane, but I get why like Gemini does it, and I think, yeah, Phoenix does it as well. Aero Classics is another one that doesn't do that. So certainly can't complain too much with this model. This is a very nice model, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking to get a Delta 737-800 into your collection, especially with how uncommon and rare that the older ones are from Gemini Jets, and I think this is the first 738 of Delta that NG has made. They may have made a blended winglets one sometime back, but I can't remember right now. But either way, very happy to have this, and this will complement my blended one right now, and it will eventually replace that once Delta gets all of their 738s fitted with these splits on their aircraft. And as I said, this is not all that we have for this unboxing. We'll have 2 more models to unbox, and you'll see that in the next part of this video. Hopefully I'll have this out on Saturday, if not it'll be on Sunday. Just depends on when I get all these models in my possession. So with that said, let's move over to those next 2 models. Alright, it's the next day, everybody, and I've got the second package, which has the other 2 models in question. These are the Panda Fox models, and hopefully I can find an entryway through the tape. Alright, we are inside the box, and we've got 2 models in here, and one of them is in a bigger box, so that's why it was shipped in this box. And here is the first one. This one carries quite a bit of sentimental value to me, and hopefully I'll see it again later this year, but we have the Lufthansa 787-9 by Gemini Jets. The flap is kind of bent. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's definitely bent, so more of a product of shipping than anything. And then our other model in here is this very lovely talent show, the UPS 747-400. Very excited to unbox this model, as that one has a lot of sentimental value to me, and hopefully I'll see another one of these things before they're long gone. So we got a nice pair of wide bodies to round out this unboxing. Let's head to the studio and unbox both of them. I am going to massively regret buying these 2 wide bodies, not because I don't need these by any means, but because I have absolutely no space for them on my current shelf. So I'm gonna have to find another one, and hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. But we begin the second part of the unboxing with the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Lufthansa Boeing 787-9, their first 789 and a very beautiful looking aircraft indeed. I believe when I was in Dallas I saw Papa Charlie, and I know I saw another one as well, though I can't recall if it was the same tail number. I'll pop up those 2 clips of those 2 Lufthansa 789s that I saw at DFW. And one of them, of course, was at Connor's big spotty meetup at Airliners International 2023 in Dallas. Thank you so much for organizing that. Hopefully we're able to have something similar in Kansas City, despite it being a much smaller airport. So we'll try to make that work in the best way possible. This is all the flap and everything, and on the back it is a 2022 release with the special design box for the Lufthansa airplanes, an officially licensed product. Released in 2022, the item number on this is GJDLH 2046. Also going to be crucial because Minneapolis will be getting Lufthansa 789 starting in June, and I'm hoping to be up there for the inaugural, not to fly on it, but to catch it. And here we are. Woo-wee! She is beautiful. I forgot how good the JC 787 mold is. They've really improved on it compared to what it was previously. I have a KLM 789 that you'll be seeing in retro reviews very soon. That's on the older mold with the cradle, so you can definitely tell if you look at that once that video's out just how much the JC 787 has come along since then. And here she is, the Lufthansa 787-9 by Gemini Jets. What a wonderful model, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'll zoom into each part here because obviously we got a wide body that we're working with here. Start off at the front, we've got the nose cone and the cockpit windows, little Lufthansa and Starlines logos. Got the L1 door and another little decal there. Boeing 787-9, and I believe the aircraft name is, I want to say that's Berlin, I think. I think that says Berlin. We've got the Lufthansa titles above the passenger windows. One antenna up there along with a little Wi-Fi dome. And then as we move towards the wing section, you can see that looking really good. Got the L3 door and then the L4 door with two more antennas right in front of the tail, and the beautiful Lufthansa tail. Now they did change this shade of like very deep blue or purple. Right when it came out, it used to be much darker. It was almost a black essentially. Then they changed it to a bit of a lighter color. It's much more of a subtle change than anything. It's hard to notice it unless you put the two side by side, but that is how they worked with it. On the other side, we've got pretty much your same details, but we do have some luggage doors here on this side, and I got one right over there, and then one on the back, and also a nice little red antenna underneath. That's a nice detail. Haven't seen much of those before, even though I don't really get much in the way of 787-9s. Wait, I didn't do a QC check by any means, so I'll do that real quick. JC wide bodies are pretty good with staying attached, and this one is indeed the case. Check out the underneath of the plane. You've got a nice little molded detail there, like this line that goes across the middle of the fuselage, along with some more molded details right there, which have some printed outlines. I'll go ahead and zoom in on that so you can see that a little bit better. That is really nice. Man, this mold's really good. They got the landing gear outline there, and another red outline there. Gemini Jets logo, and then there's that little red antenna under there. And then on the top side, we can see another view of the antennas there, along with a couple other printed details, along with the horizontal stabilizers and the wings, looking really nice. And of course, you got the registration back there as well, Delta-Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha, which is the tail number on this plane. A very beautiful aircraft indeed. I'm excited to see how that Minneapolis service is going to do for Lufthansa and for Minneapolis as well. That again starts on June 4th, and my plan is to be up there. I don't have anything booked just yet, but hopefully they'll be happening in the coming days or weeks. Just depends on when I get time to do that. So once I have that all set, I'll make that announcement on Instagram that I'll be in Minneapolis. So any MSP spotters that want to hang out with me, I guess, or do whatever on the day of the Lufthansa inaugural, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to do it. All right, let's move on to our next model. And the final model for this unboxing is going to be the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale UPS Boeing 747-400 freighter, also known as the Talent Show.
Oh, that's absolutely majestic, man. Look, this guy's right in front of us. Oh, what a talent show. Yeah. What a talent show. Yeah. Downtown.
That is amazing.
1, 2.
What a fantastic reference from Airliners International 2023 in Dallas. Hoping that we get some more fantastic references at Airliners International 2024 in Kansas City. By the way, head over to Connor's channel to check out his new preparation video that I collaborated with him on. We have some new updates pertaining to the convention, as they sent out a new update on Thursday, actually, pertaining to some tour announcements along with just a general update. Sounds like they're going to get a second hotel for the convention, which is going to be incredible. So this convention is proving to be more popular than the last 2 years that I've gone, so excited for that. But moving back to the model in question, let's flip it open, and there is the talent show inside. What a beauty she is. And then here is the flap. Pause to read it as you see fit. Got some of the older elements in there, which is kind of interesting. And on the back, this is a 2023 release. I forget which month this was announced in. I think it was sometime after Airliners International, so I want to say maybe October or so, September maybe. I don't think it was October because that was a Delta 175, and I do not recall this being in the release. So, but it was sometime after Airliners International either way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. Item number is GJ UPS 2193. And this is on a cradle mold, so it's going to be a little bit of an older mold, but certainly not a major problem for me. I don't really mind a lot of the cradle molds, but let's take the talent show out and look at that. Holy crap. Super happy that I finally have a big UPS plane for once. Outside of my 767, this is my only wide body for UPS. My second overall in the collection when factoring in the 76. And the A300 as well, so actually my third. And here she is, the UPS 747-400 Talent Show by Gemini Jets. Go and start off at the front section here, around the nose area. Get that zoomed in. We've got the nose cone along with the outline for the cargo door. We've got the cupping windows up here and one of the boarding doors, along with 3 tiny windows up there. Big worldwide services titles just underneath and behind that. 1 antenna up there on the top, looking really good. And then there's the cradle, of course, that I was talking about. Not horrible, but definitely could be better. They could have used that 2-piece mold that they have, but I imagine they would only do that if they did an interactive series release, which I think they did for the 400. I know they did for the Dash 8 recently, but I don't know about the 400 right away. But either way, not a big problem for me, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. Here we've got one of the rear cargo doors, along with another little antenna up there. Registration is November 581 Uniform Papa, and the talent show that I saw, I want to say it was 57 something. 57 something. I'll pop up the registration, because I'll check that here while I'm editing the video. But it was a 5.7 aircraft and not the 5.81 that Gemini did. Would have been nice if Gemini did release that exact talent show aircraft. That would have been fantastic. But a registration's a registration, so certainly can't do too much with that because Gemini picks them, or at least the airline would pick them, at least on some of the licensed ones. I don't know for sure. We've got the UPS tail up here with the brown, and then of course the logo in question. On the other side, we've got pretty much the same details, but there's a luggage door down there. A cargo door, and got another one there on the back. Also get a beautiful view of the winglets, which are painted just a standard gray color. Get that into focus here so you can see that a little bit better. Looking really nice with some of the details printed on there. And I'll flip the model underneath as I get this zoomed out all the way so you can see everything. The landing gear here, the two ones on the fuselage do sort of move around and tilt a little bit, but the other ones are stationary. And these have the older wheels as well, which, if I'm gonna provide my honest opinion, I actually like some of the older wheels because with the rolling wheels, you have to make them bigger to fit an axle and everything so that they can actually roll, so you kind of lose out on some of the accurate proportions with the bigger wheels if you need to make them roll by any means, so... But again, I don't really mind the rolling wheels at the same time, so really just up to what you think about it as well. But there's the rest of the underneath of the plane with the Gemini Jets logo, stand hole, and other applicable printed details looking really nice underneath. No antennas on the bottom, but we do have the 2 on the top here, along with a little beacon light just above the passenger windows, or not passenger windows, like little cabin crew windows up there on the hump. So how about that for an unboxing? 3 absolutely fantastic models from Gemini Jets and NG Models. Very happy to have all of them in my collection. Delta's going to be very critical for a lot of my airports, especially Sioux Falls, since we have been getting the 738s as of late. Though I just checked the schedule, they've switched back to a 319 now, which is pretty interesting. We have the Lufthansa 789, a pretty sentimental model to me from DFW, as I saw a couple of these, and will be for Minneapolis as well. I may redo that airport in the future, and then hopefully I'll get that Lufthansa 789 in there. And then we have the talent show over here on the right, the UPS 747-400 Freighter from Gemini Jets. A wonderful model, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you were there when that talent show happened. I think it was on Thursday night. I know most of us have gotten it. Connor has this model especially, and I think a few others may have it as well. So if you don't have it yet, I highly recommend the model, and feel free to use that talent show reference as you see fit. I'm sure Connor doesn't really mind, because everybody else has been using it as of late. So it's a very popular reference, I must say so myself. And so with that concludes this unboxing video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.